Hello fellow techers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you my brand new acquisition, the Pancake. Yes guys, we are in the Pancake, meaning it's the tank that's so flat that looks like a pancake. Well, sort of a pancake. And we are on Dragon Ridge. 1RD, top tier. Believe it or not, this is my second game in this tank. And I thought I would grind my way over to the Obj.430U. So I was already through the grind a while ago, so I had this tank just sitting there ready to be researched. And the other day I went back and I took a look at my tank tree, and all of a sudden I noticed, oh, I still haven't researched this tank. So then I saw some nice replays in the Obj.430U at tier 10, so I'm like, man, that tank can bounce some shots, it has nice alpha, I really want to finish grinding this line. So even though I wasn't looking forward to it, because this tank has turret mounted on the back, turret doesn't rotate full 360 degrees, it has gun depression issues, I wasn't looking forward to this tank at all. And honestly, I played few games in it and I still am not looking forward to it. This tank is extremely difficult to play, just because of the things I just mentioned. Rear mounted turret and lack of gun depression. Almost no gun depression on this tank whatsoever. So, and the gun can be trolled too. As you saw me there, I hit a couple of long shots on the light tank and those hit. But then I'm gonna be struggling with shots later on that don't hit at all. I mean, I don't understand. Although, to be honest, the gun on this thing is pretty nice. It hits for over 300 alpha. It has relatively good penetration, has heat rounds as premium rounds. So, yeah, I mean, overall the gun is really good. The tank itself, not so much. So you gotta get used to playing that. And it will become evident in this replay. You'll see what happens to me later on when it comes to turret rotation, that kind of stuff. But, going back to Dragon Ridge. So, you saw me in the STA2 on this map, having a very decent game when I spawned on the other side of the map. And you know how important the field is. So initially I actually went to the field and I wanted to go there, but I didn't see anybody coming with me. So I decided, okay, you know what, good game guys, it's not gonna happen, I'm gonna drop. And if you lose the field on this map, the game is pretty much over. Because you lose map control. And obviously every time you lose map control, you're not in control of your game. Then you struggle to recover. So I was actually on my way back here to help my medium tank and the light tank. Then I realized I had shots at this medium tank in the middle. In the meantime, our medium tank died, so I was like, okay, I can't do this, I have to come back. So I see our light tank dropping, I'm dropping at the same time. And my thinking process here was go back to 8-9 line, somewhere over there, help these guys push through the flank. Because as you know, in World of Tanks, you win a flank, you win a game, right? But then I looked at the score and it was 5-1. We already lost 5 tanks. They all lost only 1 at the time, now 2. I was like, oh, you know what? This game is a loss anyway. We're gonna lose this. So I'm like, why don't I just come back here? I'm a top tier. Some of these guys coming through the field, they're gonna probably be creeping through the back alley right through here. So I was thinking just, okay, take him one-on-one, take him out of the game, you know, have a last stand situation, do what you can, go back to the garage and play another game, right? But it becomes quite interesting at the end. It's never over till the fat lady sings, guys. Especially in my games. A lot can happen, especially if you're a top tier. A lot can happen. So we see this Panther 2 trying to keep our front towards him. Now this tank is very soft. Anything that hits it, it will penetrate the front hull. So you cannot count on your armor for sure. And that's what makes this tank very single dimensional, because you cannot go to the brawling area and brawl because you're going to be panned. If you go in the field, you don't have gun depression. One thing that you do have is the vision and the view range. So this tank has excellent view range because the camo values on this thing are incredible. So it's not maybe the view range itself, but the camo itself, right? That makes this tank very playable in the field. So then I thought to myself, okay, well, you know, why don't we just take these guys one by one? So I see this other Panther 2 here. We take him out of the game. We outspot him. I have a relatively okay crew in this. I think it has about 7 skills and perks, including recon and situational awareness. So I know I can outspot people. So all of a sudden there's no one in the field. And I'm like, okay, this is not bad, because I can see these guys kind of pushing through here. So I have their sides, I can take side shots easily. So I'm just taking my damage at this point. I was like let me take some damage. At least get some damage. Now Minuteman, another overpowered tank. I can't penetrate it from the side. Finally, we do take him out. So when I look at the result now, I'm thinking, okay, we have 3 tanks. We still have top tier tanks on our team. They have really 4 tanks and 2 artillery. So it's really hard to play artillery on this map because of, you know, how small it is. If there's no one in the field, it's really hard to hit people on 8 and 9 lane. So here I was trying to cross the field into the middle, and I noticed this Jagdtiger engaging our heavy tank. And you can see gun accuracy there. This gun can throw a potato or 2 when it's not fully aimed. So beware of that. So I see this Minuteman here. Again, 3 shots coming through right here. And I don't know what this guy was doing in the middle. And remember this guy, because he's gonna come into play later. So I was thinking to myself, this game is quite winnable. All I have to do is climb up this ridge here, get on top of the hill, maybe outspot the Minuteman, take him out of the game, then support our tank destroyer who went into the flag and started capping, and our oblivious heavy tank, which turns out to be a Scourge. I don't know how he didn't realize that there's a guy on his behind, because this Minuteman, what he's gonna do, he's gonna come around in his behind and he's gonna take him out of the game. Now at this point I was thinking, okay, Minuteman, Scourge. I'm like, okay, Scourge should be able to take out the Minuteman, right? I mean, it's your tier higher, you have armor, huge alpha, shouldn't be a problem. So I was expecting our Scourge to put up a fight and actually win this encounter. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna worry about him. I'm just gonna come back into the base and try to save our tank destroyer. So I was thinking to get behind here and look for shots at the KV-4 and 4503. In the meantime, I spotted the RD, but I didn't realize here. What I probably should have done is stop there and take RD out of the game, since I already had a spot on him. At the same time, our Scourge manages to lose the battle with Minutemen, and the guys that were there defending the base took out our T-28. So I'm cruising up here and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to spot this Minuteman and try to take him out of the game, and then draw separation. I was gonna go on the other side of the field on the K line and use my view range. So I go around here, I don't see him, I'm like, what is going on? Okay, well, he disappeared, so I'm gonna go. And then all of a sudden he appears in the middle. I would never expect him to go in the middle of the field again. I don't understand what he did here. So unfortunately I missed the shot there because I didn't expect him. I didn't let the shot fully aim. He had a good position already on me. Unfortunately. Here I screwed the pooch on the shot. So I was waiting until I reload. And here I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go around him. This is easy enough. But then I realized my turret doesn't turn. So I can't get my turret around at all. And this guy started, you know, charging me from behind, and they take me out of the game. So that was one big mistake. What I should have done was initially what I was thinking. Is go and draw separation. I could outspot pretty much every tank remaining on the map. And the worst part is that all of these tanks were pretty much one-shots or almost one-shots to me. So I would be able to take him out with my view range and then take care of artillery. Duh! That wasn't played very well. Although, honestly, I wasn't expecting Minutemen to make that play that he did. Anyway, we ended up with 4.7, almost 4.8k damage, guys. I don't understand how this is a Mastery 2. Someone explain that to me. I don't know. for that damage, I would at least assume that we should get a Mastery 1. But we didn't, so unless people are really good in this tank and I suck, otherwise I can't really explain it. Anyway guys, this could have been so much more than just this, unfortunately, but I always manage to screw the pooch when it's crunch time. I mean, not always. I have games when I pull it off as well, but in this case, it didn't work out for me the way I wanted it to. Anyway guys, I don't really recommend this tank unless you're a really good player. If you're starting in this game and you want to get good at playing medium tanks, this would be the last tank I would recommend to you. Get something with good gun depression, with good penetration, and start from there. And once you work your way up the tech trees and you get more understanding of the game and get more comfortable with the game, then I would suggest that you try something like this, because even for me, and I've been in the game for a few years now, it's really hard to get used to this. So we'll see how it goes from this point forward. Maybe I'll just run through this grind as quickly as possible so I can get to 430U. I don't know, we'll see. But so far I've played about 10 games in this tank and I'm not really impressed. Although this was a relatively good game and I totally could have pulled the Colobanos out of this. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out CloneGuy72 and Got a Dinghy. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.